And this will be the start of the third episode of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. In the last episode, we just talked about how Zhang Fei had beaten up Du You, and he had went away. And after going away, he went to see the local government that he had worked for. And then the local government reported all of what they had done to this central government. And after the central government got this, they just did not think there was anything that they should do about this. They did not think that they should just deal with this problem, because there were some more serious problems going on within the palace. And there was someone who was called He Jin, and he had all of the military strength. But the person that he really supported was the first son of the emperor. And the emperor had really was very sick at that time, was quite sick, and he was about to die. And he had two sons. And his first son, he did not like his first son, but he really liked his second son. And also there were 10 eunuchs that he really liked. So they were just on the same side. And the first brother had a supporter called He Jin, which was that guy. And so if the eunuchs wanted the second son to get on the throne, then they should first kill He Jin. So how to kill He Jin, they had a plan already. So they just called He Jin to come to the palace. Called him to the palace, and after calling him, He Jin just came there. But after he came, he just went back again, because someone told He Jin that they were trying to kill him. There was someone who worked for him, just heard all of their conspiracy, like heard their talk when they were forming a plan of how to kill He Jin. So he went away. So the 10 eunuchs did not succeed at this time. And after knowing this, He Jin hated them very much. He just thought, how dare you? You even dare to kill me? Then I'm going to kill you first. I'm going to kill you first. So he just called all of his advisors and all of his followers. And there were 8 of them. And one of them was Cao Cao, and another one was Yuan Shao. So these two were the most famous ones. And he just told them about this. And they both suggested him to kill those 10 eunuchs. But those 10 eunuchs just went to find He Jin's sister. His sister was the emperor's wife with the highest power. And just by fighting her, and those 10 eunuchs told her that they were not trying to kill him, but among the 10 of them, there was a betrayer. Someone betrayed them. So that eunuch was named Jian Shuo. So they killed Jian Shuo, and they just put all of those crimes, blamed all of those crimes on him. And after that, they just went to see He Jin's sister. And then, so because she just did not have a very clear mind, and she just did not know that they were bad guys, and their words should not be trusted, and none of their words should be trusted. However, she was just she just called her brother He Jin there and just told him that they were not trying to kill him. They were also your followers. So after that, He Jin just stopped thinking about that, and that vanished. His thought of killing them just vanished and disappeared. He just did not try to kill them anymore. Did not even have that thought. But he just told them, warned them, that if you just do that to me again, then all of you will be killed. So after that, He Jin went back and told his followers that they were not actually going to kill him. They did not actually want to kill him, but there was just one eunuch who had that thought, and he was already killed. And the rest of them just came to me already and explained that to me. And now I believe in them. So you do not have to say anything again. But Yuan Shao just told him, no, you cannot trust what they say. And if you do not kill them, then what if they just have an attack, just attack you again, and maybe they're going to come up and fight against you, and then you might lose your power. But He Jin just would not listen anymore, listen to any of their words. And he just did not have a very clear mind either. And after that, on the next day, he listened to Cao Cao's advice. He forced the emperor's first son on that throne. So he was already sitting on that throne, and he was already the successor. And the 10 eunuchs just cannot believe what they had seen. What happened to them was real, because they could not believe that He Jin could do something that was against the rules, against the laws at that time. But that's what he had done. And the first son of the emperor had already succeeded and became the next emperor. So the current emperor was right now not what they had just wanted, not what they wanted, but what they hoped, what those 10 eunuchs hoped, was to let this second son on that throne, so that he would listen to those eunuchs, and they would hold the power. But if the first son became the emperor, then they would not have any power, and all those power would just be held by He Jin's family. So they went to find another guy, which is the grandma of the second son, and they had a plan. The second son's grandma, Dong Taihou, and she just gave some power to her relatives. And He Jin was really angry about this, because he thought that she was not supposed to do that, and she's going to fight with us. Maybe she just tries to go against us, and that's all she wanted. She wanted us to be under her control. He went to find his sister, and because they were closer, right? His sister was closer to second son's grandma, so they had a conversation, but she just did not listen to his sister's advice, and she would not abandon her power in this palace. So at that time, He Jin just came up with a thought, which was to kill her. So he sent her away, and after that, he just forced her to drink that poisonous alcohol. And after drinking it, she died. And not only did He Jin kill the second son's grandma, he also killed her whole family, including the guy that she had just given power to. So right now, He Jin had the most power, and he thought that there was no threat to him anymore. But he had never imagined that something even more serious would be happening, even more dangerous. Like, there were some people who had posed a larger threat to him. They are the 10 eunuchs. Right now, there are only 9 eunuchs left, but they still pose a very large threat to him. So Yuan Shao just came to him and gave him an advice, because what He Jin thought was that his sister would not approve him to kill those 9 eunuchs. But Yuan Shao just told him, you can just call the warriors, the warlords from all over the country just to come here and to kill them for us. And we do not have to kill them with our hands. We can utilize them to help us. So he listened, and he listened to that advice. This was already known by those 9 eunuchs. And after the eunuchs found out that He Jin was trying to kill him using that kind of method, they thought that there was no way they could be alive. But one of them just came up with another idea, which was to kill He Jin before any of those warlords come to them. So they caught He Jin by pleading He Jin's sister. By pleading her, He Jin just came to his palace, and then he was killed by the soldiers that they had ambushed there. So He Jin was killed. And so He Jin's people, his followers, including Cao Cao and Yuan Shao, they just started attacking the palace. By the time they saw He Jin's head, by the time that He Jin was beheaded and his head was thrown out of the palace, they attacked that palace. And then they got in and did not leave any of the eunuchs alive. So if you guys want to know what happens later, then you can wait for the next episode.